listen, Mike. You
got knobs.
I don't know exactly what your salary is. I have a ballpark idea. You could afford something. This isn't an expensive piece of equipment. How much was it? How much was this? I want to say it was like 200, maybe 150, 200.
Yeah, the Tascam wasn't all that different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's bad.
Yep.
Okay, and then you got 2 mics.
Got 2 mics. And we got good mics, too. We got, like, podcast mics.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we see with Tobin's podcast, he put a lot of money into that podcast. He gets 1/20th of the views I get.
Oh, Tobin. Yeah, but Tobin's a loser. Right, Tobin?
Right? He went to Barcelona to do some shows like a bitch.
Yeah. What kind of a... God, that's so... what a desperate move.
He flew out to Barcelona because he has a Soho club membership, and he could use the club there.
Typical person can't make it in the U.S., so they just go to Europe. And they try to get noticed.
He couldn't be successful in basketball or comedy, so he decided to go to Europe. Classic move.
No, we kid. I love you, Tobin. We're joking. Tobin's the best. We love Tobin.
I don't know if I am.
To his podcast.
What's going on with these shoes?
Yeah, man, very clunky.
Yeah,
very clunky.
They're really bad.
They've eliminated any sort of pep I have in my step. Like
you have zero pep.
Yeah,
in your step.
But hold on. You said last time we talked about it. When I'm feeling good, you could see a little pep in the step. The pep's gone. Even when I'm feeling good, there's no pep. Also, like you know how sometimes in the city, like when you're getting off the subway, you like jog up the stairs. You kind of like get a little jog up the stairs. None of that. It's like having ankle weights on these things.
Right. How strong are your calves now? With those?
The calves got pretty good.
Right. So why did you get those?
I just wanted new shoes.
Gotcha.
And I went online and I Googled like Nike something.
You Googled worst Nike shoes.
I Googled.
They're like, how about these?
I Googled Nike, and I liked the design. Okay, I did like the design a lot.
You like the design?
I like the design, but they're massive. Like my foot is not this big, and I thought like when I got them, they must have been like a size too big. They're the right size. They're just huge. It's like walking around with ankle weights.
Well, that's the new thing with chicks now, with like basic white girls. It's the dino stompers. Are you trying to get into a basic white girl scene?
Yeah, that's my scene. That is my scene.
I don't know what your scene is.
No, I don't have a scene. I don't have a scene.
I saw on Instagram a couple weeks ago, probably, or maybe even 1 week ago, you walking around with the balloons.
Yeah.
2 balloons that said MM.
Yeah. I was at Dorian's.
You were at Dorian's.
And somebody was graduating from Marymount College. And I was like, I'm taking these.
You said that.
I said that. And
they said, you're sad. Yeah, sure.
She was like,
loser.
She was like, do you have to? And I was like, I do. I have to. Like, I'm sorry, but I do have to. It's not a choice. And she came around. She was fine with it.
Right. She's like, you need these way more than I need these.
Yeah. I pulled out the tattoo. I was like, you gotta see,
Which one?
The MM tattoo. You know the MM tattoo. That
I thought you were just going to show off your sad tattoos. Here's my other one that says Long Island on it.
But I just pranced around the Upper East Side with those MM balloons.
Yeah, you brought them to dinner.
Yeah, and then I think I tied him up at the end of the... I should have just kept them. I didn't keep them. I tied him up at the end of the night. I just like
tied him up
to like a random...
What does that mean?
I just...
You made that sound like you kept him hostage. You're like, I tied him up.
That did sound like I hogged. I didn't hog tie him. I just tied him to like a random thing. I don't know. I actually got pretty drunk that night. I don't really drink too much. You know that? Yeah, I got a little boozed up.
Okay, a little fast and loose. Mikey Mancusi.
Mikey's getting loose out there.
All right.
Yeah.
I have an apology. I think you're the one I have to apologize to.
Oh. For what?
I told you that something you were going to do was pretty stupid. I ended up doing it. I said it wasn't Luciano approved, if you remember this. And I think you're the person. You also might not be the person I said this to.
It might have been.
But I think you are the person.
Go ahead.
The mini golf swingers.
Mini golf swingers.
Were you the guy? Oh, okay. All right, then you can leave, because that's the whole reason I asked you over.
Yeah, I mean, on the pod. Wait, what was the mini golf swinger?
Didn't you say you wanted to bring a girl to the mini golf place swingers?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
All right.
That's a weird thing to not want to do, though. You said you would like.
Yeah, I forgot. Then who did I say that to? Maybe
that's a great date. Did we not? We might have talked about it in a group because I do feel like we talked about mini golf recently.
Because I think when we were at dinner at the diner.
Yeah, that's right.
What did you order? You ordered something fucking weird. I ordered
a decaf cappuccino.
You ordered a decaf cappuccino.
I'm cutting right now.
Yeah, that's how I knew you were a fucking Democrat.
Liberal, you and your liberal
decaf cappuccino.
I'm intermittent fasting. It was 11. It was, what was it, like 9 p.m. at night. I'm not going to get caffeine 9 p.m. at night. I'm in my 30s. That's a death sentence. All right. So I got and actually that decaf cap, Gracie's Diner.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
Fantastic.
Man,
diner.
That was a good decaf cap.
Woo!
Ooh, man, that was a good one. I'm thinking about it right now. Maybe I'll go get one. You want to go get one after this?
Oh, sure. I just don't tell my dad I'm drinking a decaf cap. As long as you don't do that.
Sacrilege. In the long
okay. Well, then and also, we never talked about it. Bramante, with his fucking order, I felt embarrassed sitting next to him. We're at the diner. Bramante orders a bagel with peanut butter and bananas.
All right,
I want to move tables.
Here's where I'll defend him. That is a delicious thing. That's a great thing. You never had peanut butter with bananas and?
I did, but then I turned 7.
Dude, no, that's a great thing. No. That's an odd place to order it. That is an odd place.
Ordering that at a diner, that shows that just shows someone that didn't grow up in the tri-state area. He did not know how to order at a diner.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to order that.
We are also we're from Long Island, so our diner palate is like the most advanced.
Well, we have diner etiquette.
Yeah, we have diner etiquette.
Other places don't grow up with diner etiquette.
Yeah. God, I love me a diner. I really do.
Is there anything better than a diner?
That's like my preferred place to eat. Like that's
your preferred place to eat?
That's like a preferred place.
Like, well, what do you mean it's preferred?
Like, if I'm like with a girl or something, I want to go out to like something nice. No, I'm not going to a diner. But like, if the girl was like, I don't care where we go, just go where you want. Diner is probably number one.
How many dates in does this girl have to be with you to be comfortable to go to a diner?
That's like years.
You only went with your ex. You brought one girl to a diner.
Yeah, that's years. You gotta be past a number of hurdles before you can break out the diner.
Yeah. Unless they're a Long Island or North Jersey gal.
Long Island.
Which I try to avoid.
Yeah.
Because they kind of suck.
Long Island girl?
Yeah. Suffolk girls aren't bad.
Yeah, but I don't know any Suffolk. Do you know Suffolk? I don't
know many
girls. Yeah.
You know what I did Saturday?
What'd you do?
Are you a Yankee fan?
No, I'm not a fan.
You go to Billy's?
No, what is that?
Oh.
It's a bar?
It's a bar across the street from Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
It's the house that Friendship built, dude.
That's where Citi Field kind of fails. There's not really actually, they just put a bar.
They put one there, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Billy's
there
was
used to be an area.
Filled with the hottest tri-state, state school girls.
Really?
You could everyone in there was a nurse or a teacher. Amazing.
Interesting.
It's heaven.
And you're Yankee fans. That's a nice little common ground. That's one thing. Like I get really jealous when I go to other cities. Like my sister lives in Baltimore. Baltimore generally.
Not great.
Not a good city. But their sports setup is incredible. They got the Orioles Stadium right there, which is a beautiful stadium. They got the Ravens Stadium right there, and then there's like a party area. That's nice.
Where's there a party area in Baltimore?
There's a whole area literally attached to the stadiums that just has bars and just a hangout spot.
Maybe I only went with my parents, so maybe I didn't see it. But
no, you didn't get to see the Baltimore sights. My sister lives there, so I get the full Baltimore experience. And let me tell you, it ain't good.
There's not much.
It ain't good.
And now that ESPN Zone's gone, there's really not much.
The aquariums. I'm assuming you went to the aquarium.
Well, I've done the aquarium.
Yeah, the aquarium's nice, and it's kind of their only thing.
They got a crab pretzel.
Yeah.
The
seafood's good.
In the baseball stadium.
The seafood is good.
Yeah.
A crab pretzel.
Crab pretzel.
What?
A pretzel.
What is that?
With crab on top.
But how does it stick to the pretzel? Do you have to eat it?
It doesn't really stick. You need a fork.
Yeah, you need a fork.
You're going to need a fork.
I don't know if I can. Is it good?
Amazing.
Yeah.
A little cheese on it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably really good, but I have an issue with the mechanics of consuming it. Because pretzel is a hand thing. You don't eat pretzel with a fork.
You're not supposed to.
Break out a fork for a pretzel.
But with crab?
Yeah, I guess it's worth it to scoop the old crab on there.
You know what I thought the other day? Like growing up, pretzels made up like 40% of your diet.
Yeah, I did eat a lot of pretzels.
Pretzels were a staple in the elementary school scene.
Yeah.
And now they kind of just fell off. Is it because we got older? Are pretzels still relevant?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, when you say fell off, do you mean like we're not giving them to kids anymore? Or you mean like you're not eating them or I'm not eating
like back back then we didn't really have the snack innovation we have today. There weren't Sun Chips.
There's been a lot of snack innovation.
Yeah, you had 3 options: Pringles, Wise Chips, and pretzels.
Yeah,
those were your 3 options.
I'm trying to think what else. Well, so our vending machines. The problem was I would always go for sweet snacks in high school. That's probably part of the reason why my acne was horrific. But our vending machine, what's that?
High school,
middle school, yeah.
What about elementary school? I'm talking elementary school.
Oh, this is like before we didn't have vending machines.
Like as kids. School.
Yeah.
Your mom's packing you a snack. Where are you getting packed?
Pretzels. Yeah, pretzels is probably number 1. They didn't give me a lot of chips.
You were in a chip family.
No.
Interesting. What were you, an Apple family?
Man, hold on.
If you tell me you're an Apple family, I'm going to punch your parents in the jaw.
Certainly not. The snack, what was my lunch? My lunch was typically like a peanut butter sandwich. I'm trying to remember what kind of snacks they'd file in there.
A peanut butter sandwich is fucking for poor kids, dude.
Yeah, but
that's not a good look.
I'm wondering if I requested it. But I don't know, you're a kid. You might request something, but it's because it's the only thing that you know exists, you know? I would get bologna.
You either had peanut butter or bologna?
Yeah, I was in a Polish household. It was not good.
That has nothing to do with peanut butter. If I go to Poland right now, not every kid's eating only bologna and peanut butter.
Yeah, because it's 2023, all right? Back then, my mother grew up like a Polish butcher, with a Polish butcher.
Okay,
right?
Great.
So all she knows is bologna.
Okay, yeah, and did they sell pounds of peanut butter at a time at the Polish butcher? The fuck does that mean?
That's my dad. So this was the two sides colliding. It was either bologna or peanut. And my dad still eats a lot of peanut butter. I cut peanut butter totally out, and my life has changed.
You cut peanut butter?
Dude, no joke.
What were you doing? Putting it in a spoon and melting it with a lighter? What are you talking about?
Not far off. Like I was just hammering peanut butter, just out of the jar, just like scooping, eating that.
A spoonful of peanut butter is the official not snack of America.
It's the most calorically dense. That you take one spoonful and you have like a fourth of your calories for the day, and you have felt like you've eaten nothing.
In high school, I would do like 3 to 4 spoonfuls to the dome, and I'd also take a swig of orange juice every time I went through the kitchen. And I gained 70 pounds in a week.
Dude, I remember when I cut out peanut butter, I went cold turkey peanut butter. This is not that long ago. It was like probably like a year ago.
Cold turkey?
Yeah, like cold turkey peanut butter. I lost, I think, 4 pounds within like a week or 2.
I mean, that's how much peanut butter were you eating? Yeah, I could tell. That's not normal. Everyone else that they cut out peanut butter, they're probably the same.
That was my like snack. Like that was like my like snack. I would just have like peanut butter.
No, it was big back in the day. Peanut butter pretzels.
Yeah, well, you talking about the ones where there's a little peanut butter inside, like the pretzel.
There were some of those.
Yeah, those snacks are great. Those are fantastic. Though.
The kids that had money, they had the pretzels with the cheese and the red stick that you could spread the fake cheese onto the pretzel. Those were kids.
Oh
with
money. Yeah. What else, dude? Wait, what? Because I feel like there was a hierarchy when like you had these snacks, you knew, like that you got money.
I'm trying to remember. If someone had those, it was like a yellow container, and it was a red stripe, and you would undo the red stripe to open it up.
I remember that.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, no, those were really
pretzel
good.
rods. Pretzel rods to me, was a sign of wealth.
Yeah,
I assumed your parents drove a Range Rover. If you,
it is weird because it's not
rods.
Really like that's not really a lavish thing. Pretzel rods.
No, but back then, this is how you know someone grew up real trash. It's when there's a hierarchy in their pretzels.
And then I think another sign of wealth was like the honey twists. Yeah,
honey twists. It was a sign of wealth.
Yeah.
But I was not a fan.
Yeah, I didn't get into the honey twist till I was older.
I'm not a big fan of the honey pretzel.
Yeah, I like them. I do like them.
Pretzel should be savory, not sweet. Never sweet at any time.
Yeah, but the honey, it's not real. That's not really sweet. That's just like a little tinge.
Too much. Too much.
Too much.
I'm a Puritan. I'm a pretzel Puritan. I'm a PP.
No, but what I was doing with peanut butter, because I was like trying to put on muscle, and like, you know, with muscle they say like you gotta get calories. So like I would be like in the morning I would have like a peanut butter banana, like that, like with my breakfast.
Gotcha.
Right. Then for lunch I'd have a protein shake with peanut butter.
Of course.
And then for dinner I would just like finish off with like probably some light kind of protein with peanut butter in it.
Okay.
And so like it's just. That's way too much. Like that's way too much peanut butter.
You know, you're also supposed to be lifting weights during.
Yeah,
this.
well, no, I was also.
Okay, I didn't know. Because you don't post pictures of you lifting weights. You post videos of you shooting threes at the Y.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those like thirst trap, like you know, I just can't. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Got some drama going on outside.
Some drama going on. That's just.
Is that going to get picked up? Is that going?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And if it does,
right. I felt the need
fuck them.
I felt the need to acknowledge it because I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was really long too.
It was a real long beep.
No, these people are just watching for the feet. It doesn't even matter. You can say whatever you want.
I know. You
can say every racial slur and you'll be fine.
Is that intentional now?
No, it's just always something I've done, I don't know, and that's how we got the.
I think you know what you're doing.
Listen, Pat. My episode with Juan's been up for 2 days, 1,000 views already.
On what? On shorts?
No, on the episode.
On the episode. Yeah.
We're doing all right.
I know. I was gonna say it seems intentional. It seems like you know what you're doing, and I don't blame you. That's marketing.
It's all marketing. Yeah. It's all. Listen, he's an SDR manager.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get some brands behind you on that. Yeah, so.
I know. Well, I'm waiting. You know, my fucking DMs are open, fellas.
The thirst traps though. The thirst traps. The muscle thirst trap. I don't know, man. I follow I follow a lot of like gym content on TikTok and stuff like that, and it's just like it's just ridiculous. But they're all on steroids, like. And I just.
Oh, we're talking guys.
Yeah, we're talking dudes.
Okay.
Women though, I don't know. I've actually been seeing some TikToks about women talking about how ladies are doing steroids now.
Ladies have always been doing steroids, and especially now, non-binary, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, take some steroids and, join the UFC. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. And there's girls that will... Do you watch women's UFC?
I'll check it out. You know, if I'm watching the fights and there's a ladies fight, I'll watch it.
They would kick the ever-loving shit out of me.
Yeah, you sound like you're into it.
There might be a little bit of that. Like just the naughtiness. Like, oh, I don't know. That's stupid and not funny. But I've been intermittent fasting. That's my thing now. Intermittent fasting.
That's your thing, like your personality? What does that
that's my whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all that I have to offer to anything in the world is talking about my dietary habits.
Gotcha.
No, but the intermittent fasting is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, what are you doing? What's your time frames?
I try to make it to 2. Most days I crack at 1. Normally, like 3 days of the week, I'll make it to 2. 4 days of the week, I'll eat at 1, and then I try to stop eating by 8.
Gotcha. Is this because you saw the TikTok of Andrew Huberman saying you can't wait till 2?
Yeah, it's all because of TikTok.
Yep.
Everything I do in my life is because I saw a TikTok, and I'm like, that's what I'm doing now.
That's right.
That's my entire identity now. I don't know if I saw Huberman, but I've seen a lot of stuff about fasting because like TikTok is so good with that. Like once you consume, like once it can pick up, like it just sends it to you. And like I was seeing a bunch of stuff on fasting. I saw this one video on like pure fat. This is intermittent fat. This is like fasting.
It's just not eating.
Yeah, and like this dude, I'm not even being hyperbolic. This guy goes, fasting is the key to healing everything. He was like, it'll cure AIDS, it'll cure diabetes, it'll cure herpes, it'll cure cancer. I was like, oh, this is like a joke, like you're joking. And then I watched like the whole video because I was waiting for the punchline,
of course,
and there was no punchline. He was serious. So Now they started feeding me fasting content, but that kind of crazy guy aside, I am actually like fully on board with fasting. I think fasting is great, and it also depends on your dietary. Like everybody has their dietary bad habits. Mine is just that like I eat like too often, right? So like by training my body to just not just like be okay being hungry for a period of time, it's helped a lot to just like not make me feel like I like need to eat even when I'm not. Right. And then having the eating window, it's just good. It's just good to be disciplined. I would like to get to the point where like I can fast for a full day. Cuz people do it for days. Like people fast for like days.
Mike, I got to tell you something. People are dying of starvation.
Some people, against their will, are fasting. I love
how Americans love the intermittent fasting. Like we've created this new scientific. There's people that only eat rice once a day, and that's it. And they're thin. Why? Because they have no food. But Americans are like, no. You know what the problem is? I eat before 11, so I'm just gonna wait till then, and that solves my problems. Just stop eating so much.
It is a very uniquely American perspective.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I have too much too often.
You don't see anyone in fucking Yemen being like, you know what the problem is?
We're just eating. We got too much.
We got too much. I got.
We got to train ourselves.
I'm going to try to avoid the airstrikes by not eating till 2.
We need to train ourselves to stop eating so much. We need to train our brains to stop eating so much. But no, that's the problems we have here. There's just too much all the time.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everyone's taking antidepressants and stop eating. Yeah.
Dude, I do think the food is bad, though, in this country. I don't know what it is.
1,000% poison.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's bad. And I feel like I don't know what it is, but it's bad.
Well, it's chemicals.
Yes, it has to be chemicals.
Yeah.
I've even seen a couple of those TikTok. And
I have seen a couple of those
TikToks. Right. Where they're like, look at these
I was in Italy and I came back lost 12 pounds.
I was in Italy eating pizzas all day.
Yeah. But it's also
and I've never felt better.
Someone that weighs 300 pounds. Yeah. So you're like, oh, maybe I think you just walked a little bit. I think that's what you did. Same diet.
No, but also, like, I've seen, like, skinny people doing it, but, like, it's also just, like, you never know what's true. You know, people just say stuff on that app. It's like you never know what's really true or not. But that I actually kind of believe because it is it is ridiculous. And like I've also just noticed like when I intermittent, like even just in my intermittent fasting where I'm going 16 hours without eating, in that window I feel so much better. Like not having food. And then as soon as I like eat food, and like the food I eat now is like pretty good, but like if I'm eating a lot of like just processed stuff and stuff like that, I just feel like just bad. You know, just constant.
You also ate 3 pounds of peanut butter a day, Mike.
Yeah, but that was old. That was a while ago. We've broken that habit a while ago. Okay.
Well, like 2 weeks ago.
It's been that's probably been at least like 7 or 8 months since I cut the.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. You've been clean 7-8 months.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
And I never went back either. Like I cut it cold turkey.
Will you have a Reese's cup?
No, I've also I don't eat candy anymore.
Same day?
Yeah. What's that?
You gave it up same day?
No, I haven't. I actually haven't really been eating the candy in a very long time.
Interesting.
I have had my hierarchy with candy was like when I was young, I was very into soury candy.
Okay.
Huge soury candy, Nerds ropes, all warheads, all that insane stuff that we put in our bodies. Then I got off the sour stuff into chocolate. It's hard chocolate for like years, but I probably in the last like few years I don't really eat that stuff anymore. If I'm going sweets, I'm going sweet. Like I'm going cake.
I'm going pure sugar.
Yeah. So I'm just
melt it down, put it in a vial, shoot it into my veins.
I'm taking Fun Dip, melting it down, and shooting.
Remember Fun Dip?
Yeah.
What a wild fucking concept that was.
Do I remember Fun Dip?
They shouldn't be able to sell that.
Yeah. Well, it's literally it's just like here's a bag of sugar and then you stick this stick
you
of
put
sugar
a stick of sugar into the other bag of sugar. And it's like kind of a different flavor, but it's not.
But it's
just a different color, but your brain thinks it tastes different.
No, those sticks were good. I love the stick. I would just eat the sticks.
Yeah, your dad still thinks you do.
Yo, hit me with a couple of them sticks. That's on the playground. Just people's kids just selling the sticks on.
People are asking your dad, why does Mike suck on only the stick? He's like, I don't know.
I would have him like tucked behind my ear, like
Remember candy cigarettes?
I was just gonna mention candy cigarettes.
Yeah, well, you could put it behind your ear. I thought of that
because I loved candy cigarettes.
Was there anything better than a Little League baseball game? Mike, you just won. You just won the Little League game. There's a ice cream truck right there. Snoopy ice cream pop, pack of candy cigarettes. Thank you.
Ice cream trucks. Did your town outlaw those things? They outlawed it in our town.
Candy cigarettes?
No, ice cream trucks.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They outlawed ice cream trucks in your town?
In Garden City, yeah. Allegedly, somebody's dealing drugs. I don't know if that's true or not.
Did they cancel Christmas as well?
No. That was that was deeply ingrained in the culture.
No, ice cream trucks are allowed. No bars are allowed in Syosset.
No bars?
Can't have a bar.
Like an alcoholic.
Correct.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's got to be a restaurant. A restaurant can have a bar in it, but you can't be a bar.
That's interesting.
Yeah, or a pub.
I kind of like it. I would kind of
be
okay if we just did away with bars in general as a concept, but that's not happening.
What? Why?
I don't care for a bar.
You don't care for a bar?
I don't care for a bar. I don't care for a bar.
I don't. I want you to kind of elaborate. What does that mean?
Maybe it's just because of the point I'm at in my life, but going to for one thing, I'm not a big drinker, so that's already a massive part.
Right, we know you steal women's balloons when you drink.
yeah. That listen, when I do go to a bar, I'm having me a time. All right, I'm gonna find people's stuff to take when I do decide to go to the bar, and that's exactly why bars are bad. All right, they bring out the worst in people. There's just the concept of going somewhere to all collectively just cram poison in our throats, and it's like a reality television show in a space, in a physical, like a small space. I just
no, Mike. It's just people being social. What does that mean? It's not a reality TV show in a space. It's just people being social.
Yeah, but it breeds drama and just stupid behavior.
Just have 2 drinks.
Who does that?
I think you have a problem. I think we're finding out you have a problem.
I'm talking about the general population, right?
No, the general population is doing great.
Who goes to a bar to not get drunk? Nobody does that.
Well, there's a difference between being drunk and being annihilated. And the way you're making it sound is you're like, people can't tell the difference.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying people shouldn't go to bars. I'm just saying if I had my druthers.
Your druthers?
Yeah, that's a phrase. If I had my druthers.
That's not a phrase.
That's a phrase. Do we have to? We got to pull out the laptop.
Do you have your phone on you?
If I had my druthers.
If you had your druthers, Mike, I think your family just said that saying growing up, and they're like, "We're gonna let this asshole think that this is a real thing." If you had your druthers, you know what's also not a phrase? Where's the beef? That's not a phrase.
If I had my druthers.
Yeah, it's a song from 1922.
What does it mean if it had my druthers? Free choice. Preference. Use especially in phrase if one had one's druthers. Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. I'm more learned than you, baby.
Wrong.
No, I'm not saying I get the appeal of bars. It's more just like they don't do it for me. And I don't think they're a good place.
So where do you do first dates?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to get drinks. I've gone to do dinner. I hate all of them.
Okay.
I hate all of them.
You just need a lady that'll come to the Y with you and shoot threes.
Yeah. That's what I need.
You need a rebound. You don't need a wife. You need a rebounder.
A girl that'll get some shots up.
Right.
Or just rebound. Yeah.
I need someone to throw the ball back to me.
Yeah, a rebounder.
I either need a beautiful woman or one of those like sheets that just go off the basket and just bring the ball right back to me.
Just the concept of asking the girl out, hey, you want to get together on Friday? Sure, you pick the spot. Oh, I got a spot. I got a spot.
Yeah, meet me at the 92nd Y.
Yeah.
Bring some comfortable shoes. You're going to be running.
Bring some exactly. Make sure you have one of those heel gels in your sole so that you don't get plantar fasciitis.
You ask out 3 girls at the same time. One to clean the sweat off the floor. One to hand you a towel. You're like, what the hell's going on here?
That's the thing. I get a couple of them to come down so that there's like a system for one rebounds for me. One's handing me a towel when my hands get too sweaty. No, I don't like doing that. I like just doing something very because like really I think the dating process is just, like you should just be getting to know each other, like just spend time like understanding each other as people, but I don't really want to do that. Like I'd rather just like go for a walk. Like that's really
go for a walk.
Yeah, but exactly the way you looked at exactly that's how you get treated when you want to do something like that. I'd rather just go for a walk, get to know somebody, have a conversation, and understand if it's worth like our time to like even continually pursuing this.
I don't think anyone's ever gotten to know someone on a walk. You're not a host on 60 Minutes. You can't just be doing an interview on a walk.
Yeah, yes you can. Yes you can.
You might as well just have them over and do a podcast.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Now
that I said that out loud, that's like actually...
sounds like a much more compelling podcast than this one.
Yes. I wonder how their feet are.
No, but yeah, first dates. No, yeah, that's why I've done that in the past. Like, gone out to dinner, grabbed drink. Like, I really don't like doing that stuff. I'm off the apps, by the way. I'm not doing that.
You're
stuff
off the apps now.
I'm not doing that stuff.
What happened?
Back.
Fill me in.
The
one girl didn't text you back, and now you're off it all together. Cold Turk.
What was it that did it for me? No, I just realized I'm never gonna meet somebody on that. And all it did was make
not
me
with that attitude, Mike.
No, it's not the hate towards the apps. I think they work for certain people, but I didn't think it was. I was very confident it was never gonna work for me. I was never gonna meet somebody on that. And all it did was make me feel bad. Literally, I don't think it made me feel good at any point.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think. Like looking back, I don't think anything ever made me feel good. Like, yeah, you get matches.
That was way deeper than just the apps.
Well, that's the thing. It was like, yeah, it didn't contribute positively in my life when some other things were not being positive as well. So like, I was like, let's just cut it out. I mean, yeah, like it feels good. You get the little dopamine hit of the, ooh, a little match. And then you see a cute girl and you're like, ugh, maybe this is the one, but it's all just a ruse. It's all, and the entire process of like going on dates and meeting up and I just felt like I don't know if I ever had a date that I felt like was different from the other date. It was like if I did, let's say 20 dates over the course of whatever it was, a year and a half, like I felt like they were all the exact same date with the exact same person. And I didn't like the whole concept of like how fast people will go from like interested to just not responding. It's too oversaturated. There's too many people. I just don't like it. But it works for some people. But yeah. And then there was a girl I went out with. That wasn't from the app though.
The one that you brought to the birthday party of the guy I didn't know.
The one that I brought to the birthday
at Dorian's.
Oh yeah. Yes, that wasn't from the app though. But
that wasn't.
No.
How'd you meet her?
Instagram.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I don't.
A DM. I like you're like I'm off the apps. Instagram, however.
Yeah. Right.
I'm still gonna use that.
Yeah. But there's another one, but it's very early, so I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, we're not talking an app.
Yeah. No,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't care. I don't know these people, so it's not interesting to me, anyways. Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Well, it's very early, so I don't want to jinx it.
Better on a walk.
Yeah. I just. Yeah, I did. We were talking about with Bramante where he's just been staring at women on the train.
Well, whatever happened with that one girl? Do you have an update?
I know he went out with her and it was good. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know where it stands, but Yeah, just he had that one interaction, and now that's the move. Now is like just peering on the train.
Wait, call him up. Call up Bramante. Let's get an update from him. Yeah. So wait, what happened? He stared at her because he made it sound like she stared at him.
I don't think he's gonna pick up. He never picks up first time.
He never picks up first time?
That's not always true.
Yeah, that's not... What does that mean? He doesn't pick up first time. He has your number saved. It's not like he doesn't know who it is.
Yeah, but he's... Yo, what are you doing?
I'm in Brooklyn with Jake. We were going to hang at Brooklyn Comedy Club.
I'm on Rich's pod right now. You're on the pod.
But maybe put the mic up to the phone.
Yeah. We were talking... Oh, yeah. We got to put the mic up to the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We were talking about your heat checks that you've been taking.
Yep.
Because you had a good situation come from a train stare.
It's a heat check.
Yeah, we wanted to know what happened with that.
What happened is, well, that was after I already had confidence from, having another successful run-in earlier in the day. So the reason that it's a heat check is I was, when you hit a bunch of shots in a row, you launch one from half court. It's a Steph Curry heat check.
Yeah, but
it didn't work out. But from that, I think I don't know. Tobin said that I made eye contact for too long of a time, but I think I was just confident and didn't realize how long of a stare it was.
And did it wind up working out with the first girl?
It's still TBD.
Still TBD, yeah, still in the works.
One day.
Wait, how long? How much have you done this, Mike?
What's that?
How many heat checks have you taken?
Not many. It's early on in the heat check process.
Well, that's the problem with the heat check is that you get like two, and then then you gotta bring it back down.
Yeah, a heat check's not something that you can do throughout a long train ride.
It's no longer a heat check,
right? Because then you're just a creep on the train.
Then you're back in a shooting slump. So
yeah, you're back in a slump.
It could change quickly. The problem with the heat check is it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we're done with you.
Okay. Thanks.
All right,
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Say bye to the people.
Bye. See you, people.
Bye, Mike.
That's wild. So he's just staring at women on the train.
So he had one success story of meeting a girl on the train.
And he didn't meet her on the train. They were walking.
It was after, but that's train adjacent. That's train adjacent.
No. There's no train adjacent.
It started on the train and then it finished on the stairwell or whatever.
Has there anyone that's been more Ted Mosby than Mike Bramante?
I never see How I Met Your Mother, but I think I understand that character enough to understand what you're saying. Yeah. What? He's just a sweet dude.
Yeah, sweet dude, hopeless romantic.
Yeah. I would categorize myself as that a little.
I would say so, but you don't have the charisma.
I got charisma. I'm oozing charisma. Yeah, I don't know. Ted Mosby. But no, that's the problem with the heat. So yeah, he had the one success, and then he was like, "Oh, this is the way I gotta." So his heat checks was he was just staring at girls on the train, but I guess there was only one.
Yeah, and then after the first police report, he was like, "Yeah, maybe let's just stop doing this, huh?"
Oh boy!
You know where I tried to take a girl? I didn't know this, so I'm new to the area. Girl, she was 5 blocks from here, by the way.
Yeah.
Wasn't as attractive as she was in her pictures, but with the plug uglies.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that place.
Yeah, it exclusively smells like barbecue chicken wings.
It sounds like it would.
Yeah, well, my buddy's I was like, hey, I'm looking for
take her to Plug Ugly.
I was like, hey, I'm looking for a place that's not Penrose. Throw one at me.
So choice 2 was.
So he's like, I like this place, Plug Uglies. I was like, sick, thanks, man. And I walk in and I'm like, I text him, I'm like, this whole place smells like barbecue chicken wings. He's like, yeah, that's what it is.
You're like, what do you think I was going out with?
What did you? Yeah. I was like, I'm on a date spot. He's like, does she not like barbecue chicken wings? I was like, what's going on with you?
Plug Uglies does sound like a place that pigs would go to have sex. That's what it does sound like.
The interior is nicer than you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
But overall, not great.
No, that's kind of what I thought. Because, we were talking about potential date spots up here when he was, considering when he was taking somebody out.
Ended up going to the Raven.
Was it good?
It's good.
But yeah, he mentioned Plug Uglies. I was like, I wouldn't take a girl to a place named that.
Yeah,
it just sounds like it sounds like I'm calling you a pig by bringing you there.
Well, she lived right there. I was like, okay, and it's 5 blocks. So I was like, all right.
Was it good? It was a good date or no?
Yeah, she was all right.
She was okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Hinge?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
No, dude, Hinge is hot. Hinge is hot right now. It's Hinge season. But I'm also asking out everyone. Coworkers, Hinge.
Taking heat checks. That's it.
I'm doing virtual heat checks.
Yeah. That's taking
well, except for the one I did it was the coworker, and now that's a whole thing. That's a whole bag of Jews. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? That's my new thing. I don't care.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because none of this matters.
None of this matters.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact: 100% of people that have lived have died.
Have died. Yeah, that's the only thing we all really have in common is that we'll all be dead, and none of this matters. And it sounds depressing when you say it, but it's really it's either cathartic or depressing, depending on how you look at it.
You gotta embrace the cathartic side of it.
Yeah.
That not like who cares? I would never ask out a coworker. Boom, did it.
Yeah.
Who cares? I wouldn't ask this girl out. Fuck it. We're all going to die. And no one remembers.
And no one remembers.
That's a big thing.
Another big thing I've noticed: people move on real fast now. Real fast. Like it's always felt like that. No, it actually it doesn't. It hasn't always felt like people move on fast. Nowadays, I just feel like people move on incredibly fast. Like. And I think it's just that way with everything. Where like when people are outraged about one thing, all it takes is a week and then something else is going to happen, and then we just flip to the next outrage. It's the same with deaths. It's like something heartbreaking happens, and somebody that we all love dies, and then we go and then something that outrageous happens, and then we're just onto that. It's like people just unless you're Kobe. Like Kobe's like the last one that really
really cared about.
Really got. Yeah, that was very, very, very upsetting. Good God, that was a bad day.
Well, I also think with women it's different because they're being asked out left, right, center, stage right, stage left. It's not like us.
Yeah, that's true.
You know who's asking me out? I could show you. Not great. Doing a lot of outbound work.
Outbound.
It's a lot of outbound activity I'm doing.
No warm.
Very few warm leads are coming in. It's a lot of outbound work.
Unqualified outbound. They set it up with an intern.
Yeah, I shoot him over a Calendly link. I was like, I'm available whenever.
Yeah, I'm available whenever. Okay, I'll send you a Calendly link for 2 months out, and we'll connect then. Yeah. That's I don't like dating. I really don't. I like having somebody. I don't like dating. And I've tried to get more comfortable, but
you're not comfortable being alone. I've noticed that.
Yeah, and I don't that. Yeah, but I don't think it comes I think a lot of people that are uncomfortable being alone is because it's because they're dealing kind of with their own issues self-esteem issues or dependency issues. I don't really think I have that. You
don't have self-esteem issues. Yeah. You should.
I should. Yeah, I don't have as many as I should.
Issues.
There's definitely a couple things I should absolutely be self-conscious about that I'm not. No, but it's more I just like having somebody, man. I just like having somebody. I like having somebody to go through life with. Life is hard. Life sucks at times. It's nice to have somebody. Also, I think that the love, at least the way my brain works, the love for another person is a reason to go. When I've been at my most depressive states, it's always been because I don't feel like I have a reason to do anything. Nothing really matters. And I'll do stuff to get through the motions, but there's no oh, I want to do this. It's just you got to do it, because if you don't do it, your life's going to be much worse. So you got to get through it. Right. I like people having love like that. I think gives you kind of a reason, and a reason to push yourself.
Right. I wouldn't leave my apartment, but I do have a girlfriend that asked me to pick up Chipotle.
Or definitely stuff like that, where it's now you have this other person that you need to kind of factor in, that they have needs that you can help out with, but also
I was going to stay in all weekend, but it's my girlfriend niece's 3rd birthday.
And now I got to go be a mime.
Right now, right.
I got to go to a party and be a mime.
And I'm so much happier with that. You're full of shit, dude.
but also just like it pushes, like, you know, it pushes me to like want to do good, like even advance myself. Like at times, like when I'm my most depressed, I'm like, who cares about any of this shit, you know? But then like when I have somebody that's like, I'm like, oh, I want to do right by you. I want to like become something for you. It's like it's an extra motivator, you know?
Don't you want to be something for you though?
Yeah. That's probably not a good thing.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah. We should dig into that a little bit. I want to be something for you. That sounds like something fucking John Lennon wrote, and he was like, that sucks. That line sucks. Hey, Mike, I want to be something for you.
Hey, Mike, why don't we dissect that one a little bit more? No, I think
you're talking about one girl specifically.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just like it's more like I said. It's more like when I'm at my most depressed, it's kind of like a what's the point mentality. And when you have somebody else that's like there that you know that you're, you know, you have a reason to work for, it's like it eliminates that from ever coming into my mind.
But like work for, like what does that mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. Work for, like, I'm gonna say this, but then I know that it's like become something. Like become something. Like,
what does become something mean?
I don't know.
Like what is something?
Whatever we define that as.
Right.
Money, status, whatever. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, money and status.
But shouldn't you want that for yourself? Shouldn't you want that to get someone that's equal of that status? Or deserving of that status or wealth or XYZ?
No, because my view is like I think once you get to that status, like a lot of people that you're gonna meet aren't really gonna love you. They're probably gonna just see you as a like a business move, right?
Well, yeah, if you keep going after the girls you go after, yes, that's what's gonna happen. But you're gonna be elevated in society, Mike. You'll be on par with higher people. You won't be dating these girls from fucking Pennsylvania that didn't know where fucking Bucks County was, you dumb bitch. I know where it is.
But, but I don't know. I'd rather meet somebody that I go on the ride with as opposed to get there and meet somebody, and maybe that's...
Let me tell you, as someone that was taking the ride with someone, it fucking was terrible. I want to meet someone at the top. I'm done with being with someone at the bottom and riding it all the way up and waiting for the suspense. And oh boy, can you wait? That fucking sucked. Just meet someone at the top.
Yeah, that's what Portnoy did. Portnoy had a wife.
Dropped her like a bag of potatoes and picked up this Sylvia, whatever her name is. A+ job.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's...
It's cool. I can tell already. Did I say this last episode? I don't remember. I think I said this last episode. Last time I was single, 26, maybe gay, not making that much money, couldn't get no girls. Were that into it. Now 29, doing all right. I'm wearing a flannel. It's only going to get better.
Yeah. Up and up.
It's only up and up. Except for maybe you. You might not be the example of this.
It's up and up for me. I just I had a tough stretch, but we're on the other side of that. That was a tough stretch.
Right, that was Mike who never left his apartment except for shows. Now you're leaving at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, now I'm doing podcasts. I would say pandemic. That's 2020, all of 2020, probably all of 2021. I think 2022 is like when it started to, but I'm good now. I feel good, but it was a bad stretch.
Well, you're working 3 jobs in sales.
Well, and it was it's just these problems are not unique to me. We all went through shit, but even just like being going through the pandemic, comedy being completely shut down.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, obviously I had a job, so like that was good. But everything went through. I went through a breakup in the middle of the pandemic. Comedy was dead. Couldn't do anything. It was a miserable time.
Wasn't great.
It messed with me bad. It messed with me real bad. but I feel like I'm finally past that. But it took.
It only took 3 years.
Yeah, it only took almost 3 years.
As someone that also had a job, couldn't do comedy, but was in a relationship during that time, it was still not great. I don't know if the relationship was a big factor of it all.
Yeah, but we're here. We just keep because you just keep going. That's what you just keep going. You know,
right? You don't really have it. I mean, you do have.
I mean, you have it. You always have a choice.
That's right.
You always have a choice.
Right. But, I don't know if you noticed. There is an iron in my bathtub right now. I know the option's always there.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to keep some of those around. Just a reminder.
It's just a constant reminder. Just like, hey, just know what is available to you. What resources there are.
Yeah, we got the resources. We do have the resources. If you want, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying do it, but it's an option.
Wait, so you're using IG now for dating?
No, I did that. That was like one. I was just feeling a little spontaneous.
Okay,
I was feeling a little spontaneous.
Fan?
Yeah. No, it was a girl. I was like marketing the show, and like the way that I do that is I just like DM people on Instagram.
Oh.
And I noticed a girl that was pretty cute.
The Tobin method.
Yeah. No. Well, it's an effective method.
Well, not if you want a good show.
Yeah, people come to Tobin's show and just
just stare.
We got to stop shitting on Tobin. We love Tobin. Tobin's great.
We love him, but
no, there's no buts. We love Tobin. One of my besties. Fucking love you, Tobin. Whatever.
I would have liked to be invited to the Barcelona trip. I'll be honest. It did kind of hurt. Even though he's not with anyone.
He didn't go.
No, he's not with anyone.
No, well, also the shows, he's been sending me pictures of the shows and stuff.
They look hot.
Really great.
Yeah.
Looks really great.
I heard there's a lot of stage time in Spain.
Evidently.
Yeah.
And it's probably easier to get on there. You weren't doing comedy during the pandemic, right?
No, I gave up on comedy very much during the pandemic.
Yeah. Were you at home or were you in the city?
I was here. I'm pretty sure we hung out a good amount of times.
No, during the pandemic. No, because I was in Garden City. I wasn't coming in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't do the East River Amphitheater with us? I thought you did.
I think I went that. Oh, wow. You're bringing that back. Because that was like, it was basically recluse. I was living with my parents. So I was basically reclusive for probably like at least 4 or 5 months. And that was one of the first times I like kind of came out. Like was at the amphitheater. I think I went there like once or twice.
Everyone that moves home, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, well, but that was a very unique situation.
Because you were a lib who was afraid of the virus.
No, well, also my lease was, or like I was having issues with my landlord. I was in a month to month, and we had somebody move out, so we asked the landlord for a concession because we were like, somebody's moving out and literally at the start of this pandemic, we can't find anyone to move in. Like, can you please just give us a couple months? Right. And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I'm on a month to month, so like I'll just leave.
Yeah, peace.
Thinking she was going to be like, okay, I'll work it out, but she wasn't.
And
And I was like, okay, all right. So I moved out, and then I basically didn't really have anywhere to go for. I think I was there probably like 6 or 8 months, maybe even more than that. I think it wound up being like 10 months.
I killed myself.
Yeah, it was tough. I love my parents to death, but you know, it's tough.
At this age.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. And by the time I was ready to go, I was ready to go. But comedy wise, I was like, I didn't want to come into the city. I didn't want to get the virus. I didn't want to give it to my elderly parents, and you know, it was just like it was not worth it. But wait, what were we talking about?
East River Amphitheater?
The amphitheater. Yeah, that's right. And I remember I showed up. I think that was like the first mic I did in like 4 months. And I was just so happy to just be with people. I think like I remember like like Yarish was there, and I just remember like I was so happy to see people, and it was not reciprocal at all. Like because everyone else had been like kind of socializing a little bit, so like it was just normal to everyone that they were together. But I was so excited, and I was so happy to see people, and I just remember like bombing. Obviously, we bombed at the mic.
Right. We performed in a fucking park.
Yeah. We all just bombed, and I remember just being like, you guys have no idea how much I was looking forward to that. Like, how excited I was to be with you people.
I can't believe that it's going to be 3 years since we did that shit.
Oh, man.
and I hated it so much.
Yeah, God, think about what it was.
It was a good time. I had fun.
I know it was not. It was not. The amphitheater days, that was a bad time.
Oh, no, I meant like the lockdown pandemic days.
It was...
That was good. That was good
exhilarating.
Fun.
It was exhilarating for like a month, and then it was pure misery.
Yeah. For you. For me, I was living on top. I was living large.
Did you get COVID?
3 times. And each time I got stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Built up them antibodies. Yeah, I got them OG antibodies. Those things are like a superpower.
Yeah, you're good for forever.
Forever, yeah.
It's better than the fucking vaccine.
Yeah, definitely. I also got the vaccine, but I don't think those antibodies did jack shit. My OG antibodies, I swear to God.
You're still fighting the good fight.
Yeah, dude, because they still affect me. It messed me up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my smell, my taste never fully recovered.
Really?
Part of the reason why I was able to cut out peanut butter so easily is because my smell, like my taste.
Yeah,
the taste was like distorted. It doesn't taste the way that it used to taste to me.
Maybe you were just buying almond butter and didn't realize.
I did try the almond butter for a while, but no. The smell and the taste, the smell and the taste never came back. I get like brain fog. I get like tinnitus in my ears. Yeah.
I think you're just getting older.
You're
just describing older.
That is something I considered, like with the brain fog, where I was just like, is it because of the COVID, or are you just fucking stupid and old?
Right. Or are you just depressed because you don't leave your apartment?
That is something I consider. I think that also does factor in, because like sometimes, like I'll feel kind of tired and like brain foggy, but then I'll go out and I feel fine.
Yes.
Look at that. We cured.
That's what everyone's like. I don't go to the office anymore. I prefer to work from home. But you know what? I just don't feel as good as I used to. Because you're not being a human.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. The whole just waking up, rolling out of bed, work. It's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible. Yeah, and like I don't know, but like, dude, I would have thought more people around our age would have came around a little bit. Most people are still like, no, I'm never going back to an office. Like, do you find that, or are you?
Yeah. I think it will change eventually. I think for 2 reasons. One, they're gonna make you go back.
Yeah, they have the power back.
They're gonna make you go back.
They have the power back.
And 2, like that's just not the way you're supposed to live.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a person.
And I do think there needs to be a balance, but also because I think about like, oh, well, if and when you ever have a wife and kids and all that stuff, like that's when you want to work from home. That might be the time I want to get out more. Like
1,000%.
Like imagine
I want to get out now when I'm with no one. I can just play podcast all day.
Yeah.
Then
there's something very healthy about, you, your spouse, your family, whatever, kind of separating and then coming back to your house.
Right.
You live your own kind of little lives. Yeah.
Unless you're in prison.
Unless you're in jail. That's literally jail. It's
literally
jail.
prison.
Yeah, it's literally jail. There's a lot of times I'm sitting in my studio apartment feeling that way, where I'm like, this is.
Well, that's solitary confinement.
Yeah, it's confinement.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. I had a conversation with my mom about this over the weekend. Have you ever seen, especially here, Upper East Side, have you ever seen kids or a young family, or maybe not, maybe just people with kids, small kids, and thought, oh yeah, I want that?
Me personally, yes, because I want that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've not thought that once.
It might not be for you, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want. Am I supposed to want it?
Yeah. I think with children, there's a certain instinctual thing that unlocks in your brain when you have it.
Yes, I don't disagree with that.
But that being said, there should still be a level of like, yeah, I'm willing to commit to that. Like I'm ready and I'm willing to commit to that. But also you might just not have the girl. Like that's another big part of it too, is like you meet the mate that you're like, oh yeah, this is the one that I want to have that.
It's possible.
But the fact that you've never, that's not great.
I've exclusively seen kids and thought like, why the fuck would you want this?
Yeah, it might just not be for you. And I applaud that. There's a lot of like demonizing of like people that don't want to be parents. You should be applauding people that don't want to be parents. Like we don't need more kids. We don't need more kids. We don't need more people. If people don't want to be parents, And also because that means that they're not, a lot of times people don't want to be parents, but they're just parents because they feel obligated to, and then they suck as parents, and then their kids suck, and then their kids do bad things. And it's like, we should be telling people that, no, you only have kids, don't have kids.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever have kids. For the love of God, don't have kids. But me personally, I want kids.
Okay, maybe I just had to get older, and that leads you to wanting kids?
I think you would have had some level of interest at this point. But maybe. I mean, we also have a different timeline.
I have interest in like having a 12-year-old.
That's weird. That's actually the opposite. I don't want a shitty little teenager that's gonna like come home and be like, "Dad, stupid dad."
No, I want to do like travel hockey. Like I'll do that.
You could adopt
like 11 to 12. Yeah, maybe I'll just adopt an 11 to like a decently athletic 11 to 12-year-old.
Bill Burr's got a joke about that, where he's like, he got so sick of hearing people just like, my 2-year-old, blah blah blah. He's like, I'm just gonna adopt and just show up and be like, I got an 8-year-old. Here's my 8-year-old. I butchered the joke, but it's a good joke.
And now you're seeing people at my age now. Few people are starting to have kids, and like I'm like, your kid is so like, this looks so fucking boring and terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think
and the same, but everyone's living the same life.
But I think those people, a lot of the time, they're done pursuing their careers. Like, I don't want to say that. Like, people are still
wrong with that.
They're still pursuing like a career, but they're not like, their work and what they do with their lives is not as important to them. It's just like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, that to me is not good. But again, that's my personal view. Like, for people that, there's people that their whole dream is just to have a family. I mean, it's kind of weird, but fine.
I get that.
Yeah, fine. But I think those people just like, that's all they're willing to commit to. Like, that's their life. That's all that they care about, is like accumulating money, bringing it home to this thing. But I don't know. I also think that like, once you talk about a prison, like once you commit to that, there's kind of no getting away from it.
Right.
Like Rogan, I don't quote Rogan often, but like, Rogan has that. Yeah, I don't quote Rogan too often. I don't listen to Rogan too much. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's, the fucking one of the most influential people in the world, but like, I don't really listen to him too much. But he talks about like just like men. He's like, once you start accumulating these responsibilities, like you don't have, you're locked in.
Right.
Like, that's it. Like, you can't deviate. You can't. Oh, if you wanted to go do something, sorry, buddy, can't do it.
Right.
And that's tough. But I do think that like, ideally, I would like to get to a place where like, I've gotten my career and who I want to be professionally in a good spot, and then that will be the time when I'm like, okay, now I can focus on both. I can have a family, I can have a kid, and I'm still on the path career-wise that I want to be on. Because that's important to me too. Like, I don't know, I don't want to work some job that I hate into my.
Of course. And that's most people.
And that's like most people.
Most people have a job they hate and working hard enough to one day get a job that they still hate, but they get paid more. And then having a family that they like. Yeah. That's my biggest fear in life, is to have a family I like.
Yeah. Well, Burr has that quote too, right? He's like, chasing a dream pays off, but a real nightmare is like waking up in your like everybody says, sleeping on a futon in your 30s is a nightmare, but the real nightmare is like waking up in your 30s with a wife that you don't love and a job that you hate because you were too scared. Yeah, and that's a lot of people, But I also think like, I just think that I understand with women there's like the body clock.
I get that.
The timing. I totally get it. With us, we're on a little bit different of a clock, but I just think that like people choose that too early. Like, they just settle into it like mid-20s, and it's like, you still got a lot of time. And life, unless it gets cut short tragically,
or
is long,
not tragically, depending on
your
if
choice.
You made the right choice there.
By your choice, by the iron in the bathtub. You have a lot of time, and things change, people change, and that's why the concept of marriage is scary. But to me, it's like extra scary when you do it in your 20s, mid-20s, because like, people change so much,
So much.
But on the other end of it, like, I have cousins that live in Virginia, and they're locked in, and they're very happy, and I don't think that'll change.
I think there are people built for it.
Yeah, I think there are people.
I think most people are. But there are some people that are.
Yeah. And I do think our generation's different too, because like we're like with the boom, it's just a lot of it's financial, because with the boomers,
of course,
they were in such an incredible financial situation that even if they gave up on their dreams, so to speak, they just found a way up the corporate ladder, and they made so much money that they're like, well, whatever, I have a big house and I got kids and I'm happy and whatever. With us, it's like we have to give up our dreams to climb nothing. Exactly. To just sit there and maybe scrape by.
Right.
And like maybe you can afford a kid too if you're doing very well. But you have essentially sacrificed your soul for nothing to just sit there and continue to let this generation run things until they die and they're 100 when they're 110. And I think that, with millennials too, like that's why I think a lot of millennials are like not having kids and choosing against it. And I applaud that. If you don't want kids, don't have kids. But I don't know. How did we get here?
I'll tell you one thing. It wasn't a cheery road we went down. Oh, it says air on your shoe on the inside.
Oh, it doesn't say air on the outside? It says air on the outside too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It says
air so they're ugly both sides.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Yeah, this wasn't funny at all.
There's a couple. I think I found a couple clips in there.
Yeah, but it was a deep, interesting conversation, I think.
Right. Google Bard said that the pros of this podcast are that they're very compelling conversations.
Nice.
And you learn a lot, and they're very funny.
That's actually the nicest things anything can say about a podcast.
Well, then the cons were some episodes are hit or miss.
The cons are
like, not wrong, Google Bard, not wrong.
The cons are not very good.
They said an hour's pretty long for a podcast, and some of the episodes are hit and miss.
Oh, that's really funny.
Fair.
Wait, so this is a review system?
Google Bard is the Google's version of ChatGPT.
Oh, and it lists. Oh,
so I typed in provide me an honest review of the Happy Hour podcast, and it said, yeah, sure.
Based on my concept of honest.
Yeah, because it has all the transcriptions of every episode and every review and everything like that.
And that was the only con. That was the biggest con. It's just said like.
Yeah, some of the episodes are hit or miss.
That's the funniest. The fucking robot called it hit or miss.
And I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
A+. There's some episodes that just didn't hit. Like Tommy O'Regan's first one.
Call out specific. Imagine the robot calls him out specifically.
Yeah, I should be like, which one specifically didn't hit?
That's so funny that it's capable of being like, oh, that episode was a hit.
Well, I guess you can tell by like how long people watched it, how many views it has.
The engagement. Because it reads the engagement. Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's wild.
That's the whole wild. Reason I'm investing so much into YouTube is because Google owns YouTube. Like Google owns the internet.
Yeah, that's wild.
So if you dig yourself into the YouTube algorithm, you inherently dig yourself into the Google algorithm.
Yeah, that's wild. Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
Fair.
Give you a Larry David.
They're not all 100%. Yeah.
Give you a Larry David review.
Yeah. Give me an honest review of the Happy Hour and Larry David's perspective. All right. Wait, what?
I was going to say, and you know what thing's going to be honest. So the fact that it gave you positives.
It gave positives. Good. Yeah.
Because that has no motivation to be like, this was good. Like, it has no motivation.
It has zero.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll just tell you.
It could have just been fully honest, like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It just kind of said that.
Like and subscribe.
Stay here for the feet. We're gay.